Good morning. Welcome to Albania. So it's, I don't know, it's late morning here in Albania. This is my apartment. So I promised a little apartment tour. So don't judge me. I know it's messy, but I mean, I'm only here for a few days, so it doesn't make sense. But I'm actually anxious about putting things away because I think if I put stuff in cupboards, I'll forget about them when I leave. So, you know, I think when I'm here for a longer period of time, that makes more sense. For now, things just lay all over the place. Anyway, so let me turn you around. Oh, I can't do this. It won't let me turn around. Isn't that weird? Okay, let's see. So I'll have to, it looks like I have to turn this off and turn it back on again. All right. Yeah, it appears that I can't reverse the point of view from the camera. It's weird. I thought you could do that. Anyways, so here's the spot. Why don't we just put this up for a minute here? Wrong way. There we go. There's your sort of traditional urban Albanian perspective out of the window. It's not beautiful, but it's got its own little charm, I think. I kind of like it here. Anyway, so yes, there's the kitchen. We just move back here. Kitchen, sort of standard kitchen. Everything seems to work good. Down here, we got the old washing machine. Of course, you see close to the left there, you can see all the instructions are in English. I've always found this in these countries. You go to these kind of places and everything's in English on the machines. I assume that's how people learn their English. I don't know. Here's the bathroom. All looking good. Good view of the bathroom there. All right. Don't want you to have any, miss out anything. There's a hot water bottle, and of course the traditional sort of open shower in the bathroom. Okay, so that's that. Now we go into the somewhat messy living room. There's the couch. Okay, can I zoom back here? I don't know. I'm still learning how to do all this. Television, which I haven't used yet, but bookshelf. Over here is the front door. The front door, and we go around this little corridor. We come into the messy bedroom. Here's the bedroom. Whew, that bed really looks well used. Boy, I'll tell you, I've been sleeping a lot the last few days. All right, so I just realized I haven't put on my proper microphone, so I'm sure you're hearing this, but I'll put on the proper microphone in a few minutes, and we'll head out the door. All right, so there's actually a little balcony out there. If you want to stand on the little balcony. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off and put the proper microphone in, and we'll be off to see a little bit of Toronto. Okay, got the better microphone on. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Hopefully I'll remember not to take this bag off because it will rip the microphone off and send it flying somewhere. It's not good. All right, so here we go. Door. The light on because it gets dark in here when we are between doors. Number 6. So you'll see as I come out of here, those of you who knew that I was having difficulty finding out where this place was, you'll see why. It's sort of in this building, sort of stuck in a back of a parking lot or something. It's weird, the building's sort of, oh, there's a dog. There's usually a dog here that barks at me. No dog today, that's nice. Dog barking, but you see there's the place. And you see it's sort of stuck in the back here. It's sort of weird. Oh, there's the dog. Hello, dog. There he is. Always friendly dog. Yeah, so there's the street out there. You see there's multiple buildings sort of going back into the alley, and that's an alleyway back there. So it's just sort of like in between the two streets or something. It's sort of a weird place, but you can see why it was difficult to find, and they were having a hard time giving me instructions. Alright, so we walk through the little parking area and come to the gate, which is open. There's a dog that's not going to bark. Street dogs don't bark at you, as I've discovered. So here we go. We're out on the streets in Albania. Tirana. Stuck behind these guys, trying to get by these guys here. It's like work. This is all interesting for my level of self-consciousness here in a foreign country. I'm sure everyone's staring at me. I'm sure as time goes by, I'll get better at this and feel less self-conscious about it. Oh yeah, this is something I know you got to be careful of. The music playing in the background, especially when you're out at night. There's tons and tons of music playing all the time. And you put it up on a YouTube video, apparently they give you a copyright strike, so I'm going to have to be careful about that. This is a nice little cafe. I'm going to come by here later and have a coffee, I think. This little spot. Seems to be inevitably getting behind people here. There we go. Liberated. Space to run. There's another cafe. This town is full of cafes. I mean, everywhere. Bars and cafes. Across there, that's my grocery store I've been to. Actually, it's downstairs. There's some kind of beauty and wellness place above. Downstairs is the grocery store. It's been hard to find meat here. I mean, besides sort of like processed meat, you know, salami and, you know, stuff like that. That's quite readily available, but finding stuff like, you know, steak and pork chops and that sort of thing has been very difficult to come across. I don't know if that's a cost thing. Is this a little too expensive for Albanians, or if it's a cultural thing? Don't know. Sunny and warm today. Sunny and warm. I think the rest of the week. This is, what is it today? I think it's September 10th. That sounds right. I think it's September 10th. And the forecast for the rest of the week, I mean, the next, I don't know, I looked at the 7-day forecast and it was all like 29, 30 degrees. So, warm. Definitely warm. I just feel like such a tourist doing this. Such a tourist. Here's the local roundabout. I'm hoping you guys can see okay. Man, it's a lot of glare as I look into the viewfinder here. Man, there's a lot of glare. This traffic is insane in Toronto, by the way. Coming in, like you can see, there's a lot of traffic here, but coming in on the bus from the airport was, I mean, the first, you know, out before you got into the city was fine, but then once you got into the city, oh, it was slow going. through all the traffic. And when I got to my Airbnb and got talking to my host, he commented to me. He asked me if I was interested in renting a car. He was going to suggest it, but he actually suggested I not rent a car because of all the traffic. And yes, acknowledged that indeed I had noticed there was a lot of traffic. And his response was, "Well, we don't have many cars in Tirana, but we have very small roads." So, I'm not sure I actually agree with that. I think the roads are, not that small. There's a lot of cars, but one way or another, yeah, there's a lot of traffic. Little alleyway. There's all kinds of cool little stuff down the alleyways I've discovered. Walk down the alleyways and you find all kinds of little shops that you wouldn't have expected were there. I must say, they do a lot of smoking, a lot of cigarette smoking going on here. It's an interesting little spot down there. Should I go down there or continue on the main street? Let's go down here. See what's down there, just out of curiosity. Don't know. Bllok Mart. I don't know what that is. Oh, is it? I think it's luggage. It's a luggage store. Cool. Massage. And you see like there's this salon here, the Baki salon, which is way back here in the alleyway, right? I mean, this is the way it is here. It's very interesting. All this stuff tucked away in the back of the alleyways. Very interesting. Because you just gotta kind of know where things are. But these do have addresses. This place has an address here, right? Where is that? Can you see that? 28? So these do have addresses. This is another interesting thing here. See, kind of, you can see this, the pharmacy sign. Pharmacy spelled with an F, pharmacia. But I've also seen it spelled PH. Like, just a few streets over. You see it spelled with a PH. So I'm not quite sure how you spell it in Albania, and it's weird. I guess you have the option if you want to spell it with an F or a PH. And that brings us full circle. Or almost, anyways. That's what I'm doing. All I'm doing here is walking around the block, right? This is just doing one circuit around the block to give it a little feel of life here. Maybe I'll do another one of these and go somewhere interesting. I'm thinking of going to walk up to the main square. Skanderberg Square. So maybe I'll take a video of walking up there so you get a little feel of something outside of the neighborhood. This is the Bllok. Some people I know watching this know what the Bllok is. For those who don't, the Bllok is an area of Tirana which back in the old communist days was closed off to the general public. The workers, as it were, despite the communism being a system to benefit the workers weren't allowed in the Bllok. It was simply a sort of trendy area of bars and restaurants and so on for the elite of the Communist Party and their close friends. And it has remained a pretty trendy spot. More cafes. And by the way, it's not just a neighborhood. Certainly this neighborhood is packed full of cafes and bars, but it's like driving in the city, and I've pretty much had to come between my bus and my taxi. I pretty much had to come the whole way across town, and everywhere it's full of cafes. And again, these really ornate cafes. It's really fancy. I mean, this is a European thing, right? It's always it's not just you rent a space and slap a sign on the front and throw some chairs in like you get at so many places back home. And these are like ornately, beautifully designed spaces to sit and drink your coffee in a lot of the time. But yeah, that's the European thing, right? And Albania is Europe, though in some ways quite different too. Like it's on the outskirts of Europe for sure. And I don't mean that just geographically. Okay, so I don't know how this first video has gone, but hopefully it gives you some sense. Also, I apologize, I don't have any kind of steady cam thing here, so it might be been bouncing a bit. I apologize if that's the case. Oh yeah, the sidewalks are kind of wrecked up here. It's all done with these sort of brick, but it's all over the place. It's sort of swollen and buckles in places, and so it's always a bit uneven for walking. Yes, this is weird having all the Albanians looking at me. I don't know how these travel YouTubers do this. I mean, it's so weird. Alrighty, so here we are. We're back at the gate. That's it. I just took you around the block. So I hope you enjoyed that. And like I said, I'm definitely going to do a nighttime video in the same general area, but I'll also do a city one, taking us further into the city, the main square. Well, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you later.